This is Sunset Kingdom. It's a Sokpop game. This is, I think, the second Sokpop game that I've played on the stream. The first one was Simuland, which you can check out on a different video. But I didn't realize what Sokpop is. This is a group of people who make every 2 weeks a different game. It's like a constant running game jam. They tend to have this very sort of minimalist, pixelated style. There's sort of a unifying look that all of their games have, but it's fascinating because each of these games, it's very small, it's very simple and straightforward in sort of its concept, but they're all really surprisingly good considering, how quickly they turn these things out. So I'm going to continue my ongoing game so you can just sort of get a sense of what it is you're building towards. So this is, it's a lot like, it actually kind of reminds me a little bit of Simuland. It's kind of somewhat like a Banished style game where basically you build stuff and then people run around and take jobs and try to get stuff done for your little kingdom. Let me move myself down to the bottom right, actually, because I'll fit in better there on the screen. So I've just got this little kingdom that I'm trying to build and spread out. Periodically, we'll have attacks by bandits and Vikings and things like that. So I have to build up my own, resources, basically my military, in order to be able to defend myself. But that takes a long time. So basically, I've got my Gilwater right here is my capital. I've also got the fishing town of Mudden, and over here I've got Boulderham, which is over here, I guess, among boulders. I don't know. So I've got fishermen out here. Each of these little towns, they've got up to 20 people in them. Most of them actually have 10 people in them. Only the capital's allowed to have 20. And then you can assign those people to different jobs: lumberjacks, miners, farmers, fishers, knights. And they'll basically, each of these little dots is a person. So the person will leave their town, go and do a job somewhere else, come back and deliver resources to their town. And that's it. That's the game. And so it's very straightforward and simple, but it's also really kind of cute and entertaining. Over time, as you build up, add new things to your kingdom, like these castles, for instance. The castles will unlock the ability to have armies. So I can move a purple army wherever I want to, and it can sit there. Like if Vikings decide to come and attack me, my purple army can stand here and absorb the hit, rather than having them hit one of my towns, and my town ends up getting burned and I lose resources. But right now, this town is actually kind of complex and it's kind of hard to follow what's going on, I can understand. So let's actually, let's start a brand new game from scratch so you can sort of see how this game fits together. Oh, and while it's loading up, I should actually edit my Twitch information to say, by the way, what I'm playing is Sunset Kingdom. Wait, does it even show Sunset Kingdom? It doesn't even show Sunset Kingdom. This game doesn't even appear on the drop-down list on Twitch. Well, I guess we'll just pretend that we're still playing a Dance of Fire and Ice. All right, so new game. So they randomly generate a map, plunk down a capital for you. You have a look at the capital. I've got 10 people. And what am I going to do with those people? Well, I've got 200 food right now, which is fine. It'll last me a little while, but not that long. So the very first thing I need to do is make sure that I'm producing food. So I can't build everything on the list right now, but let's grab, where is it? Farm. Okay, so a farm costs 250, and I've got 10, so I'm good. And it costs some wood, it costs some food. So I'm just going to plunk... Actually, okay, so one thing, now that I've played this game before, I'm going to think ahead about the fact that there's going to be bandits. Before I built up my military, there's going to be bandits on the roads. And so I don't necessarily want to put a farm right next to my town. Maybe I want to put a farm 2 steps away from the town so that I can put an outpost nearby. So let's build a couple of farms out here. And then let's grab a road. Build a road out here to a crossroads, and send one side to the farm and the other side to the other farm. And then first we need to assign some people to be builders. I think actually, I don't know how many people can be building on the same lot at once. Maybe it's infinite. I'm not sure. And actually, let's just build another farm while we're at it. We need to really... Later on, you can build technologies to make your farms more productive, but while your farms are not yet more productive, it's a really good idea to build a lot of them, and basically have a lot of your economy be food production. then like I said, later on down the line, that isn't quite as necessary. It's just like the real history of civilization. As you get more and more efficient means of producing food, that allows you to do other things with your time and have less and less people in your empire devoted to food production. So I've wasted a little bit of money doing extra roads here. That's probably not necessary. Actually, I just realized there's almost no cause for anyone to go from one of these farms to the other farm. So these roads are not necessary. I'm kind of, I'm trying new things, but not necessarily making good choices all the time. All right, so they're still building each of these. You can see that they've got these little stacks of resources. So we've got all the wood we need. We're still adding food. So each time one of these people comes, they're just bringing 1 unit of resources. One thing I really like about this game is sort of just the chunky numbers. The fact that, each one person can carry, one pile of stuff at a time. And so it's just the numbers that sort of run this game, which this is one of those games where it's basically like a spreadsheet under the surface. But they really work hard to make sure that it's intuitive, that you understand how things work. Okay, so I don't have any farmers. So let's go back to assigning people. I don't need as many builders anymore. You can afford to put 2 farmers in each farm. So let's put 4 farmers out here. The red, I think, means they haven't found a job yet. So it's red at first when you raise it. Then they find a job and it stops. Okay, now we've got room for 2 more farmers. Cool. And then we still got some useless people. So I think... Oh, so notice my town is already starving. My food has... During the time I spent building those farms, my food got down to dangerous levels and people started getting hungrier and hungrier. So I might want to reduce my rations a little bit, which won't make people super happy. But now that my farms are actually building food, you can see people bringing food home, raising this number. Folks start relaxing. I think what these pips represent is occasions where a person tried to feed themselves and failed. And I think that it'll build up these pips, and then people will start dying once it fills up with pips. But then when you bring food home, the pips will eat the food immediately and sort of bring down your hunger level. Which, again, very simple, straightforward way to handle hunger, which I really like. So I want to sort of build up my food levels here. So let's speed it up. I believe I'm making food at a fast enough rate that I'll stay ahead of my people's eating, especially with the lower rations. Though I might get some people rebelling because my rations are so low. I'll raise them up again a little bit. So, okay, so the other thing I should be doing in the meantime, though, is building other things. So let's build a lumber camp where some trees are. So let's go over here where the trees are, and then let's build a road that goes part way out and then gets there. Okay, so we're going to build that, and then we can also build a quarry. Oh, but a quarry costs 10 coins. So I've really got to I think each time, is it each day? I'm trying to remember now. There's some period of time during which, we were going to tax each person in my community 20 of these copper or bronze coins, 20 of these. So 5 will equal a silver coin. And so I'll get 2 silver coins each period of time, each tax season. So slowly this is going to build up to 10. Once I have 10, I can build a quarry. And then once I've got wood, stone, and food coming in, I've got the foundation of a complete economy. Oh, hey there, Zombie Brave Knight. Thanks for joining us. All right, so... Oh, look, we've got bandits, though. You see that? Those bandits, they'll appear around the road, and they'll steal resources from people who are trying to bring stuff home. So somebody's trying to bring food home, somebody's trying to bring wood home, or they're taking materials out to build something. The bandits will grab them and stop them. And so there's a tech tree of perks that you can use that will... Oh, actually, no, it's not the perks that help with the bandits. The perks help with something else. But yeah, so for instance, one thing I'm driving towards right now is chicken coops. If I can build an animal pen... So initially, this is very simple, right? Like, you're just building stuff around your town. People are going there, bringing them resources. Once they've built the thing, they can work at the thing, bring the resources home. Straightforward. But my town also can have facilities. So if I can build up enough money, I can spend it to add facilities which add to the capabilities of my town. I can build advanced resources. This animal pen, for instance, lets me get chickens, which will enhance the food production of all my farms, and I don't have to spend nearly as much of my population farming. So if I chose the animal pens, and then once I unlock the chickens, I chose the chicken coop, each of which costs money, and the chickens cost food. Then, I could start, moving my economy towards a slightly more industrial economy, not necessarily as agrarian. And then, let's see here. And then over here, the build list also has some things like, for instance, an outpost. So an outpost costs 1. Oh, and it costs stone, which I don't have any of. So once I've got a quarry and I've started collecting stone, then I can place an outpost on each of these crossroads. And the outpost will protect all the nearby territory from bandits. So for right now... Oh, I don't have any lumberjacks. Haha, well, let's assign some lumberjacks. Okay, so we got some lumberjacks. And how's my food doing? Okay, yeah, so I am definitely making a profit on food. So that's good. So my lumberjacks are going here to get wood. And we're prospering well enough. I'm going to speed it up to see how quickly we can get our taxes up to the point where we've got 10 silver coins. Oh, and let's should I keep the rations here, or... Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the rations here because I'm making a profit, but just barely. Maybe after I get the chicken coops, I'll... Oh, hey, we're 11. Okay, so let's build a quarry. Where is it that you can build quarries? Oh, I can't do it on the... I assume these are mountains? I guess I can't do it on the mountains. So let's do it here. And let's build a road from there to there. So now my builders will go out and work on the quarry. And we'll just let that happen very quickly. So the quarry takes a lot of wood, and so you kind of want the lumberjack before you get the quarry. Yeah, that's true. So you end up a lot of, when you're still sort of building up, you end up with a lot of, characters not quite doing anything. Like, for instance, I had a couple of builders that just were not acting at that point until I put this quarry under construction. So once the quarry's done, I'm going to devote those last 2 builders to working in the quarry, and then I'm going to have a nice, tight little economy, be very straightforward, and it will only get weird and confusing later on. So, all right, so instead of 2 builders, we're going to have 2 miners. So miners, they bring back stone. They also, I think 10% of the time, bring back ore. So you'll very slowly be building up ore over time, which is interesting. Basically, notice how simple they're trying to keep the game, how minimalist they're trying to keep it. They could have had, you build quarries over here, you build lumberjacks over here, you build something else over there. Maybe miners would have been different. There's they could have diversified it, but they're trying to keep it really, really tight. They want the list of things you have to think about to be very low. The number of different things you have to build out in the world to be very low. And I appreciate that. So let's see here. So they should be bringing stone to me. Oh, but the bandits are taking a ton of their stuff. I think the bandits don't kill my people. All they do is steal their crap. So, okay, I got a little bit of stone. I think it takes 20 stone for me to build an outpost. So let's try to get about 40 stone, build a couple of outposts, and hopefully that will get the bandits to chill out. Yes, 20 stone, and... Okay, so let's... Oh, but I've got no builders. Well, that is inconvenient, isn't it? Well, let's lay the foundations. Okay, so now I have to start making tough decisions because I think I need all these farmers, but maybe I don't need as many miners and lumberjacks. So maybe I do 1 each of those and I get my builders out there building the outposts. And so while they're building these outposts, let me look at my town and see what my other options are here. So among facilities... Okay, so I have... Okay, so I need... If I want to build the chicken coops, I need planks. If I want planks, I need to build the sawmill. And the sawmill costs 15 silver in addition to these resources. Do I have 50 and 20? 50 and 20. Yes, I do. So, all right, now I've got enough money, so let's build a sawmill. The sawmill immediately kicks into action. Like, it doesn't actually require people. I can... just use it, and we just kind of presume there's people in the town who work at the sawmill, and it's not a big deal. So I'm going to make 20 planks, just because why not? And, okay, looks like we've got our outposts here, so hopefully that means we're not going to be seeing any bandits. I basically dealt with bandits through my entire previous town, because I didn't know how outposts worked in advance, and so I didn't make any room for outposts to protect my my supply lines. But now... Yeah, this should be much safer, much cleaner. And so eventually I can get a perk that makes the sawmill go faster. So right now I've got about 5 more planks I need to make. Yeah, right there. So once I've got enough planks, I'll do the chicken coops. We'll raise the productivity of our farms, and then we'll have more spare people that we can devote to other pursuits. Wolfo78 says, this looks like an older version of Civilization. So the difference between this and Civilization is there aren't any enemy cities out there for me to conquer. This isn't like there are raiders. There are people who attack me. They attack me from across the sea, and I can't go where they come from. And so I'm not really trying to build and conquer the world. What I'm doing is trying to build a functioning settlement. And the enemy armies are more like almost like a weather a weather hazard. They're like tornadoes that hit me. They're not really competitors in the same way. But I've got this much space, so I can eventually sort of fill with settlements. So I think I'm about to start making food fast enough that I think I can afford to raise the rations of everybody. So, all right. So now I think I can afford animal pens. So now we've got animal pens, and I don't have enough resources. Okay, so I need 10 more gold. Not 10 more. I need 4 more silver. Sorry, 4 more silver. Before I can afford the chicken coops, so let's make that happen. This, by the way, this is my calendar, basically. So every time this fills, that's when I get taxes, it looks like. So I could reduce Viking raid damage, except I haven't been hit by any Viking raids yet, so I'm not taking that seriously enough. Hunting dogs can be valuable if I need hunters, which is something I might consider once I start advancing my economy. Okay, so now I've got chicken coops. Notice, these farms used to make 5 food. Now they make 7 or 8 food. And so we're going to be getting food much, much faster in my town. I've got these builders wasting their time. Well, actually, let's keep the builders because let's try another source of food. So we've got, let's see here. So we could go with a hunting lodge, which basically hunting lodges, I need to get more money faster, so let me raise the speed again. Hunting lodges, they deliver more food per dose, but they're kind of random. It's like you don't know when the character is going to find something to murder. So let's wait until we got 5 coins. Let's build a hunting lodge just to sort of see that, because it's kind of cool. You got these, I think there's little animals that are running around in the woods. So if I build a hunting lodge and a road to a hunting lodge, my builders will build it up, and then I can actually just preemptively, once I've got the cash, I can preemptively grab the hunting dogs, which increases the chance of hunting success. And so basically I think that means that the hunter will provide food more frequently. So I do like it when they find different ways to level up different parts of a game like this. Like the farms increase their yields. So they all have a very regular cadence of delivering food. But the amount goes up. Whereas the hunter, I think, has a flat amount of food that they get. And what we level up is the frequency of their cadence. So how close are we here? Okay, so we need hunters and dogs. Okay, so we've got hunting dogs. We're about to sign a hunter. Okay, so let's take down the number of farmers to get ourselves a hunter. So I think we're probably... Yeah, we're starting to wallow in food, which is great. We want to kind of build up a nice store of it before we start taking risks with what we spend our time on. Because even though I think you technically could just figure out the math of this and the timing, figure out exactly how many farmers you need, that would take more effort than feels like it's worth it. And so you kind of are left a lot of the time with a little bit of a mystery about, how much do you need? Am I going to run out? Do I have enough? Am I storing enough? You're never exactly sure because it's just barely over the level of complexity that your brain can easily handle without a lot of effort. So Zombie Brave Knight asks, what is the name of this game? This game is called Sunset Kingdom. So for those of you who joined us late, it's called Sunset Kingdom. It's by Sokpop, which is this company that makes these like little tiny games, and they come out with a new game like every 2 weeks. And you can buy them individually for like $3, or you can buy seasons of them. Basically, they come in bundles of like, I don't know how many come in a bundle, but there's a bunch of games. It's like basically I've got I could just stream a different Sokpop game every single day, and it would last me months. So, and I might very well do that. I think they might become sort of my new backup plan if I run out of games to stream. All right, so now the question becomes, how do we expand beyond this? So we've got a hunter. If we want to, we could also add a fishing spot, but I think what I'd really like to do is plant another town. All right, so towns, what do they take? 50 wood, 25 stone, $10. That's not too much. So they start with 3 population, and you have to build them up. So, yeah, so let's do... So where do we want our town? So we want there to be probably another outpost between here and my next town. What else do we want? We want to make sure that they're close to forests so they can get their own lumber. And I think we want them near the coast because we want this to be a fishing village. So let's build it close to the coast as we can, right there. And then let's do a 2-step road. And from here to there. Let's build an outpost right there. But we don't have any builders. So let's go back here. Let's get our builders back. This is going to take a lot of resources, though. So I wonder, can we afford to even go down 1 farmer to add another builder to make this go a bit faster? Notice there are bandits on this road. So until we've got this this tower up and running, I think these guys are going to be a danger. I'm pretty sure that the outpost only defends in a radius, a narrow radius. Oh, Vikings. Hold on. Vikings. Stone walls. Just in time. Okay, so the Vikings are going to attack. Sometimes, if you do badly, they will kill some of your people, which is very inconvenient. They also take a lot of your resources. So until I've got a looks like they didn't kill anyone; they just took resources. But until I've got a castle and I've got enough of a population that I can devote it to a military force, this is just going to happen to me periodically. I almost said the zombies. The Vikings are going to come in, attack. And that's just it. I just got to deal with it until I can afford a military. And so building a sort of, building more towns, building up your economy, and eventually turning one of these towns into your capital, which is this. This costs 50 gold, which means I need to have a larger population if I want to start saving towards 50 gold, or just a lot of time on my hands. If I can make this the capital, then it can have twice as many people, which means I'm much more likely to be able to afford a military. But, it takes some time to get to the point where you're comfortable doing that, because 20 is a lot of mouths to feed. All right, so this outpost is almost ready. There we go. So the outpost is ready, so now I shouldn't get any more bandits along this route. So now we're just very slowly and laboriously filling up this town with stuff. So in the meantime, let's look at what else we can do. So, for instance, a fishing dock. That costs 10. I'd like to do that. So let's say that we're going to want to have a fishing dock here. Let's also say they're going to want other sources of food. Can I... Uh-oh. Okay, so I can build a farm there. Barely. Oh, and I can get a farm there. Actually, can I... I don't love this one. I kind of want to cancel this one. Let's cancel that one. Okay, so let's build some roads connecting these things. Like that. I figure maybe they'll want a lumber camp. All right, so I think... Oh! It looks like my builders are now splitting their efforts. Well, that's not helpful. I thought they were going to keep going with the one that they were already on, but now they're sort of like randomly choosing which ones they want to build. Well, I wonder. We're doing okay on food. Maybe I can afford to even assign even more builders. Let's take down even one more there. And we're getting there with the town. And once we have this town here, it can devote its own builders to helping out. And then we can also learn a little bit about trade. That's kind of, trade, and I don't think we'll get, during this session, I don't think we'll get to the point where we've got a castle. We can talk about the military. I showed you a little bit about how moving military units around works. So you can kind of, sort of imagine that bit of it. But I do want to at least show how trade works. So we're getting real close. So how are you all doing? One thing that's nice about this game is that you know, it kind of doesn't take your full brain, especially if you slow it down. You know, you just let it kind of play at its normal liquid pace. There aren't a lot of emergencies that require my immediate attention, you know, and just a ton of intensity. And so that means that I can do something else. I can have a TV show on, I can have a podcast on, and this is just kind of a fun thing to do with sort of the visual and calculating parts of my brain while I'm thinking about other things. So, oh, but we don't actually want to go that slow. We want to keep going fast. Good. I'm glad you're having a good productive evening, Zombie Brave Knight. Okay, so 22. Come on. So it looks like the builders are actually trying to spread themselves out among the different construction projects. Okay, we've got no farmers. That's fine. The farmers are going to come from here. This place is going to have almost no resources too, so I think I'm going to keep the builders in Bridgehurst. Okay, oh, these people are immediately starving. Hold on. So let's get them. Okay, so they have no food to start out with. But they'll automatically trade for all the food they need. So they're going to send, basically, I think it might be builders that do it. Let's make sure they have at least one builder, and let's send some farmers out too. So they've got, oh wow, they've grown real fast. Okay, I think they can't actually, they've only got the one farm. And they don't have chickens yet. I wonder, can I trade for, yeah. So let's trade for the planks that it takes. Okay, we've got 10 planks over here. So let's trade for the planks that it takes to build the animal pens. Let's make their farms more productive right off the bat. Let's also make some more planks while we're at it, back at the home base. Okay, so these folks are hungry. They're not quite starving yet because they brought in food from the home base. Oh, Vikings! Vikings are taking all their stuff. That's not convenient. Okay, so you'll notice this place now has 0 planks, partly because of the Vikings, and this place now has 10. Basically, whenever you put things on the trading queue, they'll send a guy out to go and grab it from a nearby town. So if you say you want a bunch of something, they'll find a place that has that something and bring it to you. It's very simple and straightforward. And so because these guys were able to sort of jump ahead and grab planks, I can build... Can I? Oh, no, I also need wood. So, oh, we've got a lumberyard, though, so we can go and send folks out there. We're still working on our fishery, but that won't take us too long. We should probably build another farm if we can find a good spot for one. Like right there, for instance. And while we're at it... Oh, we can't build an outpost here. Interesting. Is it too close to other things? Maybe so. Okay, well, I hope I don't get too much of a bandit problem. Okay, so these guys are going to keep trading for the food they need until they can produce enough themselves. They've got 10 lumber now. So as long as these lumber guys keep working... we'll build our lumber up, and then we'll build the animal pens. Huh, I wonder what consumed that lumber. Interesting. Oh, it was probably one of their builders, because I think... Do I have builders here? Yeah, I've got one builder, so the builder's grabbing lumber locally to try to construct these other things that are out here. Oh, we need fishers. Fishers. There we go. And I guess we can add a miner, too, because we've got a quarry nearby. So now the fishers, they run out, and they just... boat for a while, and then they'll come back with much larger piles of food than you get from the farm. Oh, it looks like, okay, I can afford one more farmer even, I think. Or a couple of farmers. Okay, let's take down that builder. Let's just have farmers. Hopefully we can get this going. Okay, so let's see. Can we build, yes, animal pens, yes. And what are we missing? 50 food. We need to have 50 food before we can make chicken coops. So hopefully we're in a position to build up enough food we can spend on that. Let's get a little more than 50 just so that we're not starving our people. Okay, so now we're starting to... I think we just had the fishermen come home. So now we've got enough that we can build the chicken coops. And so now our 2 farms are producing at a higher rate, plus the fisheries. So I think we're going to start climbing again. What other perks? Are there perks for the fishermen? I'm trying to remember. There might not be. I might not be able to improve the fishermen that much. Yeah, but I can get a plow, which improves farming speed. My town would need a blacksmith to make that happen. Well, you know what? I've got a bunch of useless builders over here. Let's take them down. Reassign them. Oh, wait. They don't need a miner. Let's reassign those folks while we think about... Okay, so how do we get... And this is another good thing about this game, is that everything about it feels pretty self-explanatory and discoverable. So, for instance, I look over here and I'm like, okay, I want a plow to increase my farming speed, but my town needs a blacksmith. So, in order to get a blacksmith, that must be a facility, right? Yes, it's a blacksmith. That requires 10 gold, 10 ore, which I don't have, and 10 planks. Or is this... Wait, this is iron, right? Okay, well, let's look at... this. So in order to get this... I think I need to have... Yeah, so I can turn ore into iron. So I need to build a foundry. And then how much ore do I have? This is my ore. So I've got, basically I've picked up 675 stone, or more than that because I've been using the stone. And at around the same time, I've gotten about 100 ore from the same mine. And so now I can turn that 100 ore. One problem is I don't think there's a way to bulk select this. I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I can hit shift. Cool. Okay, so let's make a bunch of ore. So once we've got enough ore, make a bunch of iron out of this ore. So once we've got enough iron, we can build a blacksmith, and then we can build a plow. And oh no, Vikings! Did they just kill my people? They killed they got out to my farms and they killed my people. Oh, that's frustrating. Partly because my people are dead, but partly because once my population grows again, I'm going to have to reassign those farmers. So it's just inconvenient for me to lose those farmers. So let's see how soon we actually get some people back. That's something I don't fully understand yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got 2 people that moon. So I can reassign them as farmers. Kind of back to normal. I've almost got the 10 iron that I need. Let's see here. Okay, just 2 more. Come on. Come on, facility, make it. Yeah, make that iron. Okay, so once we got that iron, we'll make a blacksmith. Boink. Got a blacksmith now. And now because we have a blacksmith, we are able to make a plow, theoretically. Except we need, again, 10 more iron. So we're going to get 10 more iron. I can also increase trading speed, which basically means, when I build new towns, I can get those towns' resources much faster if I get hand carts. I kind of don't want to spend that right now. What else we got here? Pack donkeys. Wait. Oh, so this is trading speed. This is trading capacity. And then... Oh, I can get way more money if I do this. Well, yes, absolutely. Oh no, more Vikings. Here come the Vikings. Oh, they're getting closer. Let's put some stone walls around this town, too. Well, at least they're not going after my people, right? They're just going to take my resources? Oh, that was a bunch of resources. Oh, I'm set back on the iron now. That's very frustrating. But I don't think we actually need to get there, because I feel like, you kind of get the gist of this game, and honestly, feeling your way through it, starting to kind of, understand, getting a sense of what the numbers mean, having a gut sense of whether you've got enough farmers, or, or if you're spending too much on farmers, all of those calculations are something you sort of get by playing the game. So, oh my gosh, more Vikings. Let's get out of here quick, before those Vikings hit. That was Sokpop. And that was Sunset Kingdom. So I love the Sokpop Collective. They're awesome. I don't know if all of their games are good. I've only played two of them so far, but the two that I've played have been great. They've both been little top-down community-building map games, and so there's a lot of other ones to explore. I've actually got a couple here. One called Dino Game, another one called Broom, another one called Soko Loco. So those are on my queue. I'll have to try those out later on. Once I'll try them on my own. Then I'll make videos about them later. But these folks are really worth paying attention to. If you're into weird little pixelated indie games, these guys are apparently the source for that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to a lot of good stuff from them in the future. Anyway, let's wrap up the video and put some stuff up there. You can subscribe. You can do all that stuff, or not, whatever.